It's your boy. I'm back. I'm back with another one. So I want to talk about today, like pretty much how I run 14 miles on my truck and how I get like the best mileage, gas mileage. I'm gonna be able to show you guys. So I want to talk about these 5 things, right? So I'm gonna tell you guys this in order. So the first thing for me, honestly, like I said, if you really want to have like a good gas mileage, for some people who thinks those who have like the wider your tires is, this and that, your gas mileage suck, this and that, a third. But I'll tell you guys, this is how I'm able to get good gas mileage. I'm not trying to cap. This is 100% true. So I'll tell you guys right now. So the first thing for me, in my opinion, your tire pressure got to be at the right limit. So pretty much you can't have your tire pressure underneath, where it's not like the amount of air that's not supposed to be in there. You got to put the actual amount of air in there. That's like one of the major things that play a huge factor in you getting a good gas mileage. And also another thing I want to talk about is what I also use. I use this probably once a month. It's a small little bottle, right? You could get this from AutoZone. You can get it from any kind of store nearby, this and that. I use it so you guys can see. I'm pretty sure you've seen it before in Wawa, like AutoZone, wherever place, this and that. But that, like, for me, that's like the second big major thing for me I use. Obviously it clean out your injectors and stuff like that. So that's one of the main facts too. You got to make sure you can't be running some shitty injectors in your car and pretty much don't try to use it and think that it's going to work. You got to make sure, obviously, most of your parts on your car is not in bad shape for it to be able to work like the proper way it's supposed to work. So that I use. And then also another thing I want to talk about is driving below the speed limit. For me, driving below the speed limit is like it play a huge factor for me. But I'm be honest with you guys, like me, I'm young, this and that. Sometimes when I do fill up my tank, I do like to, have a little fun with the gas pedal. So for me, most of the time, that's I kind of do burn gas doing that, but that's another thing that play a huge factor. If you really one of the type people who really, iffy about your gas mileage, this and that. For me personally, I'm just speaking for me. I'm not really big on it, but for me, it's not really like a big factor for me. But if I could save gas, I'd rather save gas too and save some money and not hurt my pockets. But I just want to be able to tell you guys that. So that, like, those are like the main factor for you to be able to save gas and stuff like that. A lot of people think that, oh yeah, you running such and such tires on your truck, this and that, you're never going to be able to get great gas mileage. And then another thing too I want to talk about is, like, you got to be able to, you can't, like me, I drive at least Monday to Friday, I drive at least like, I say 15, 20 miles, to work and stuff like that. So it's not really like believe it or not, when I fill up my tank, it costs $70 to fill up my tank. So when I fill up my tank, pretty much that gas could last me till at least Saturday. That's at least like 6 days. It could last me 6 days. Mind you, this is for me pretty much going to work and coming back home. If I'm not doing anything extra, this and that, pretty much if I'm going strictly to work and coming straight back home, that's how much that gas could last me till at least, like, if I fill it up Sunday, it'll be able to last me at least till Saturday. So I say probably like 7 days. But long story short, I just want to be able to share you guys. I just want to be able to share this with some people who have issue. If you got a lifted truck, whatever car you got, if you're not, I'm not saying this will only work if you're not driving no 20 plus and 30 plus or something like that, trying to think that you're going to be able to save some gas, this and that. I understand. If you, obviously, it is, common sense. If you're driving more than 25 plus, you're going to burn some gas, bro. You're going to burn some gas. But I'm just saying, for me, speaking for myself, what I think and what I know, I do drive my car. So it might be different from it might be different for it. Obviously, it is different for a lot of cars and stuff like that. It does depend too. But I'm just saying, speaking from my perspective, you do got a lifted truck, and you do run some wide tires or whatever heavy tires you're running, and you wanna, if you're driving under, at least I'd say what, 15? That's what I said, 15. So if you're driving under 15 miles a day, pretty much you'll be good. But it works for me. It maybe could not work for the next person. I don't know. So I'm thinking about using that too. I'm not trying to, ain't no sponsorship, this and that. But the one thing about using that bottle, I noticed different like about my car is that it runs a lot. It runs super good. Like it runs so good when I pour that in there. Like you pretty much you could put it in there with a half a tank, but I recommend like for you to really see, like feel like the difference when you driving your car, truck, whatever, is to pour it in there when it's like, when you pretty much on E. So when you about to fill up, that's like the best time. It'll like, I say put that in there. Pretty much that's why I do most, like every month when I try to, help with my gas mileage. But to be honest, man, like it's, it's different for a lot of people, but for me, those are like the top important things. I say you definitely got to change your filter, your air filter, your tire pressure, right below the speed limit, and then the tune up in the bottle. Those are the 4 things I say work for me and stuff. So definitely, if you're one of those people, like I said, go ahead, give it a try. If you're really big on gas mileage, but I'm just keeping it real. That's what works for me. It might not work for you, but that's definitely what I gotta touch up on. This I just got off work. It's a short little video that's I decided to do because this is something that somebody might want to save some money on gas and have better gas mileage, whatever. But that's it, man. Definitely sub to the channel, man. Your boy just hit 700 subs. I appreciate it. To everybody who subbed to the channel, definitely gonna be more bangers coming. I'm working on it, so stay tuned. Show love, man. If it's your first time, comment, sub, like. I appreciate it. Peace out. Good advice for somebody like my age.
Keep working. Get your money together. Get your house. Get your house before you're 30, 35. Get it before you're 35. By the time you hit my age, your fucking house be paid for. That's your fucking investment right
What's
there.
the blueprint?
Go to work.